morning. We're at Universal Studios Endless Summer Dockside Hotel. About to go catch the bus to go spend the day in the theme park. So, if you want a Grumpa story, here it is. Grumpa does Universal. The resort rules say one party per elevator, and I will say that with the 4 elevators are pretty quick. You're not having to spend a lot of time waiting on the elevators. I got out of the hotel without my jacket. We're going to have to remedy that. It is chilly, and I don't want to be chilly all morning. So, I guess we're getting a Harry Potter sweat shirt. Here we are at the Island Adventures side. I love looking at that tower. We're all going to get lined up for early park access, and then the mad dash to Hagrid's will begin. And if luck holds true, it will not be running first thing this morning. We shall see. I really like this tower. I would like one at Grumpa HQ. Just got off of Hagrid's. Great coaster, probably one of the best in Florida right now. That it's not crazy, that meets the Grumpa seal of approval. Better than coffee to wake you up in the morning. I've got that out of the way. The wait time's already 75 minutes. I don't think it is 75 minutes yet, but it will be before long, so I'm glad to get that out of the way. Go on and do other things. I will say this. I gotta find a jacket because I about froze. It was cold with that wind chill. So let's go to Filch's Filched Goods from the students and see what we can get. What better Grumpa way of getting to Filch's place than riding Forbidden Journey? Let's have the fun way. Okay, got a jacket. Rode Forbidden Journey. Dealing with some societal misfits that can't respect social distancing. You're waiting in line because someone's in the way of your locker and you want to give them a chance to clear out before you get in. Somebody just walks right in, right in front of you. Bunch of freaking jerks. So yeah, Grumpa's here now. So you want a story? Quit being jerks when you're at the parks. Wait your turn. Be patient. You ruin it for people when you do crap like that. Hogsmeade has gotten crowded. So I'm going to jump over into another area. And see what. It's a little chilly for me to be doing the frozen Butterbeer, which is the version I like. So let's go wander around the rest of the park, and then when it warms up a little bit, we can do the frozen Butterbeer. The line for Hagrid has definitely increased. It's way back here in the bazaar area of the Lost Continent. So glad I did it when I did. It's worth getting up and standing in line a little bit. Poseidon's Fury, understandably closed still. Hard to social distance in that queue. It's a dated ride. It's an interesting ride, but I love the theming of it. I love the outdoor area or surrounding it. They did a really good job, and that water tunnel is still one of the coolest effects of any walk-through attraction or anything like that. So if they could update it, I wish they could. If not, I'd like to see something maybe added in that's a bit of an upgrade. You know, That's the problem. Things that come out eventually get dated and need updating or replacing. It's just the way life goes. It's a giant chicken. Chicken Boo? I know a certain little girl that would love, she would absolutely love running around this land. She would get a big kick out of it. I think she would like some of the roller coasters too. But I think this land, she would have all sorts of fun. Let's ride the sky-high trolley. It's not that high. While walking my way towards Seuss Land, there was this huge flood of people coming through, hurrying to get in Hagrid's line. Tried to tell them running was pointless because you're not going to be running very far. You turn the corner and boom, you're about to be at the end of the line. But, you know, got to get there to get in line. So, but yeah, glad I did it because Universal Express passes don't work on Hagrid's. So I think I was in line and the ride a total of 20 minutes maybe. So I did okay. And then Forbidden Journey, it's basically a walkthrough, and that thing is a long walk. I may take the Universal Pass or the Express Pass option just to shorten my walks a little bit. I mean, these last few days, steps have not been in short supply. So, if I wanted the exercise, I'm gonna still get the exercise. Just take a little wear and tear off my feet. We rode this the first time we came during Christmas. This was the last ride we rode before we quit riding and went to go see Force Awakens. I am still kicking myself over that. I bought this jacket and it fits, but I can't zip it up. It's not that big. I bought an XL. Evidently they run really small, or I got an extra XL kids. So my daughter will probably get a jacket. Sky High Trolley, not a great ride, but it does give you some excellent views of the park. So you get a sneak eye view of what's going on. Got a really good look at the new Velocicoaster. Again, not in Grandpa's routine. Goes upside down, too high. But looking forward to it because it's going to immediately pull a ton of riders from other rides. It will be the longest wait in the park. They'll probably go virtual line most of the time, but still, it'll eat up some bodies in the waiting queue, so can't beat that. I do need to remember to go by the Toon Lagoon area, pick up my pass holder magnet and button. And I'll say this, if you are going to be here at Universal for 3 days or more, I would recommend looking into the annual pass. You pretty well break even depending on which version. If you get the premium pass, the top level pass, no, you need to be here about 5 days. But you're going to be here at least 3 days, and this is my third trip in a year, so it's really paid off for me. So that's something to consider. If you're going to have a multiple day trip, or you're close enough to where you could pop down a couple of times during the year, I think it's in your interest to get the annual pass of some variety. There's a view of the Velocicoaster. Don't know if they'll be doing any testing today, but that should open later this year, probably springtime sometime. I know a lot of people are looking forward to it, and I hope they enjoy it. So far, wait times very minimal this morning. We'll see what they do the rest of the day, but you know, like I said, I've got the express pass in my back pocket if I need it. But I think I'm gonna head over to Marble Island and hit up Spider-Man. If you are a comic book fan, this is a place you need to visit. It is more the comics version of these characters rather than the movie version. Of course, Disney owns the movie, owns Marvel now, but you get kind of a comic book version of some of your favorite characters, including Wolverine and Storm, several X-Men, Spider-Man. So if you're a comic book fan, this is a place that you want to put on your visit list. At Universal, you've got several rides that are very similar to one another. You've got Spider-Man and Transformers, and you know, you can compare which one's better. It's opinion. I think probably for me it's Spider-Man. There's a little bit more to the story and the way the vehicle moves, I think, but Transformers is still a very fun ride, and like I said, very similar. You've got, and here's the one that I think there's going to be a lot of issues on: Kong and Fast and Furious. Now, I love the Fast and Furious franchise. The movies have started to really jump the shark, but they're still very entertaining. But the ride here is such a waste. I think it's really a waste of time. And then you have an identical style ride with Kong, which does so much more. They could have done better with Fast and Furious. You know, not that Kong is super ride, but given the same structure, the same ride style, they did so much more with it. And this Toon Lagoon, the Toon area, old school Toons, cartoons from the newspaper, where kids today have no idea who any of these people or any of these cartoons are. And sorry, here's Grumpa telling a story. In my day, this is what we had. We didn't have YouTube, and we didn't have Disney Plus, and we didn't have cartoons on demand. We had the funny pages every day, and then you fought in the family to be the first one to get the cartoons. And you know what? We were better people for it. Got the annual pass magnet and button for the month. I haven't gotten many of these. I've only gotten a couple of them because, well, I live in Colorado. So it's very hard to get back here and buy them. But what is it, Natasha? Big trouble for moose and squirrel. So Kong is only a 15-minute wait. I could go in. I have never been through the regular queue line, so I want to go through and take a look at it. I've been through the express pass line a couple of times. And again, this is a ride that's very similar to Fast and Furious, but they did so much more with it. Probably has something to do with a 40-foot ape at the end of it. That tends to kind of make things better. That's a bunch of ugly. The whole queue line for Kong is very spooky and extremely dark. the outside walls of the Jurassic Coaster. The theming to this coaster is fantastic. I mean, I can appreciate the look of it, even though there is no way on God's green earth I am setting foot in a car to ride it. I'm always hesitant to use the restroom in the Jurassic Park area because we all know what happened to the guy who hid out in the restroom in the first movie. Nothing good. Decided to take the Hogwarts Express over to Diagon Alley, see what's going on over there, start thinking about lunch. Frozen Butterbeer, yummy. And then once I go through most of that park, we'll see what the rest of the day has in store for me. Of the parks, Universal seems to be getting back to normal, or pushing the boundaries of getting back to normal. Sometimes they do push that boundary. I think sometimes they're a little less crowd control oriented. I think sometimes you do end up with large groups of people not socially distanced. Taking the train from Hogsmeade to London saves me a few steps on my feet. It's a long wait, it's not worth doing. But I was able to get on and over here, save my steps for this park. Got an idea of what I want to do for lunch, but I need to go get a Butterbeer.
In addition to the important safety guidelines,
You do need a 2-park ticket in order to do that, or many of your annual passes will include that. So keep that in mind if you want to ride the train back and forth to the 2 parks. You are leaving one park and going into another one. And we enter Diagon Alley, home of the wizarding world, and a big dragon. Huge dragon. I think the dragon got a hold of something spicy. For Louis Pizza, it's a giant slice, whether you want cheese or pepperoni or whatever. And I'm gonna have my Butterbeer. And I've got my Freestyle cup, which I refill all day. And you know, normally when I'm here, I will go through several refills because it's Florida, it's hot, it's humid. Weather's been really nice this trip. Of course, it is January, so I guess that's the best time to come if you can. But excellent weather. Hasn't, you know, it rained Sunday coming in. That was it. It's been blue skies all day. None of the rides have had to be shut down because of weather. You know, mobile ordering at Universal is gotten pretty easy. You know, both park groups have improved their mobile ordering. But I've had Louis before and I really enjoyed it, so I'm gonna have it again. And there's Louis in all its glory. Probably have to fold it over in order to eat it. Grumpa's mouth is not that big, contrary to what some people might say. Louis Pizza, fantastic. Butterbeer, instant brain freeze. When you got Grumpa's brain, that's a lot of brain to freeze. Unfortunately, the Mummy closed the other day for refurbishment, so I will not get to ride the Mummy this trip. But these guys are definitely out representing and keeping the Mummy in the forefront. Oh, don't curse me. I'm not cursable. That's talent, though. That's a lot of talent. So, even without the Mummy, we're gonna head to the New York World's Fair and shoot some aliens. Because aliens got to be shot. Hey, theme park pigeon. What are you doing? Get off my lawn. Alien crisis averted. I was a galactic defender. I think that's the first time I had my high score. I'm not going to reveal what it was because compared to some of the other people I watch, that's pretty pathetic. But I felt good saving the galaxy from the scum of the universe. And we'll have to revisit that later. That's one of my favorite rides here. I enjoy riding that and shooting aliens, and I made the other cart spin twice, 3 times maybe. It was awesome. They did not hit us. We didn't spin, which is probably good because I just ate Big Louie's pizza. Yeah. I'm gonna go do E.T. E.T. is a very similar ride to Peter Pan at Disney World, except a little more acid trippy. And that is not from experience. Grumpa has never had an acid trip, but if Grumpa was to experience an acid trip, I would think it would be very similar to E.T. the ride. I don't know that, but I'm guessing. E.T. does acid. Like I said, it's a fun ride, but golly, the second half of it's like somebody did drugs, man. That's all there is to it. Oddly enough, the crowd levels are not what they were yesterday and the day before, so I guess we've kind of got a midweek slump. People have headed home, get the kids ready to go back to school. I mean, right now, I just checked a little while ago, Haggard's was only a 60-minute wait. So I'm going to go watch what I think is the best new show. Maybe it's the only new show, but the Born Stuntacular. It's amazing. Well worth the time to watch it. And the 15 or 20 minutes that it runs be a nice way to rest my feet and see what else I want to go jump on before calling it a day and getting ready for tomorrow. Checked out the awesomeness that was the Born Stuntacular. I think I'm going to call it a day for today. We're going to be back tomorrow for our last day on our Florida Epic kickoff trip. If you like these videos, please like, share, and subscribe so the channel can grow, and leave a comment and let me know how I'm doing and things that you might be interested in. I'm new to this and I want to get better, and I can only do that through constructive feedback.